overweight, insomnia, hot flashes? Come on over to Creations Pharmacy where we'll medicate you until your butt cheeks fall off.
Where you see that at? Oh, wait, I was about to say.
Okay, so we just got up this morning, literally like fresh as a mug. Like, hair is not done. Got on my PJs. So Eden just got up as well. She's in the kitchen with me. Y'all don't ask why her towels are in there. She always in the kitchen with me. Y'all don't ask why her towels are in there. She always snatches them and puts them in there with her. So right now I am about to I'm about to prepare omelets for us for breakfast. But first, we gotta turn up the tunes. So I'm about to turn some music on. We about to jam, and yeah, that's my morning. So just wanted to show y'all like our day. We have a trip planned today. Not gonna tell y'all where we're going just yet, but just know that we're gonna be live. So I'll get back to y'all after I get dressed. So here we have all of our ingredients. We have our shredded chicken, our kale, our tomatoes, our Eden, our shredded chicken, our kale, our tomatoes, our onions, and our eggs, and a little bit of part skim mozzarella cheese. This is actually a good source of protein, as you can see here, and it also is good for those of you that want to try to lose weight or try to tone up and don't want all the fat.
Chilling like a strawberry feeling. Hey, where our music at?
My phone dead, so.
Your phone dead.
Yeah. It's like on 2%. Because if you play it, it's gonna cut it. It's gonna cut it off. She was talking about the 4 love meanings. Yeah.
So I was watching somebody.
I'm
not gonna name her. I'm not that petty. My petty meter isn't blinking right now. So I'm just gonna say this. I was watching a fellow YouTuber. She's pretty big in the YouTube world. She has a really nice sized channel, and she made a video saying that like she's only getting married for everybody else. Like her and her fiance aren't getting married for each other, but they're getting married for everybody else. So I'm just like, what? Like, what did you just say? Like, how did that even make sense?
Is that why people getting married?
Right. So I'm like, I don't care if y'all get married. So why are you getting married for me? Like, I don't care.
Crazy.
So, and I honestly would rather you not get married if you're not doing it for the right reasons. So, but yeah, she was just basically saying like, that marriage and relationships are like on the same weight, like they're the same thing, and the only people that make it a big deal is us, like the audience. Everybody else, they make it big. So what they were going to do is they were getting married for everybody else, and they were getting married to make sure that their relationship was respected, because they feel like if you're not married, y'all see this little hand? Y'all see the hand? So yeah, they think
Amazing. Happens every time.
so. She was saying that they think that if they get married, that people will respect their relationship more, and so they were doing it for a respect thing rather than for each other. So
Red flag number 1. Do not get married for other people.
please no, because it will not last. And so she tried to go and say, you know, I'm so happy that I'm so far past the eros love or whatever. And for those of you that don't know what eros means, there are 4 different types of love. So you,
in the Greek and in the Hebrew
yeah,
language.
in Greek and Hebrew language.
In the English language, it's just like one, and it's not.
It's like stupid.
There's only one description of it, and that's, you know.
So wrong. So eros love means like romantic love, or to be
Erotic.
erotic or intimate sexually
Sexual love.
So she was just saying like she's finally past that part. She actually loves someone now.
In most music, that's the type of love they're talking about.
Right.
In most hip hop, R&B, they're talking about the erotic love. That's why it never lasts.
Exactly. So she was just talking about that, and then keep in mind that she is a psychologist and she is specialized in sexual whatever. She's a sex doctor, long story short. And so she mentions eros, and she mentions philios, and she mentions
Philios is the friend type of love.
friend. So I mentioned agape love to her, and I told her that you really shouldn't get married
You missed another one. Surrogate.
Okay, well,
That's the family love.
that's family love. That's love like you have for your brothers or your sisters or your mom or something like that. And obviously that love is going to be different than the love that you have for your friends, and that love is going to be different than the love that you have for like your daughter or your son, and that's going to be different than the love that you have for your spouse or for God. So I mentioned to her agape love, and agape love is just simple God love or unconditional love. And it basically means that my love is not contingent on what you do for me. So I can't say, Mike, okay, well, I love you as long as you continue to make me happy, you continue to perform for me intimately, you continue to surprise me and do all these sweet things. Because what if something, God forbid, happened to Mike and he couldn't perform intimately anymore? Or if for some odd reason this season Mike was going through a lot personally and he wasn't being so sweet to me like he was when he first met me, does that mean I should divorce him? If he was paralyzed and he couldn't, we couldn't do anything intimately, does that mean I need to divorce him?
So marriage outside of unconditional love with the other descriptions of love makes it conditional.
Exactly. So if any of you are sitting here saying, well, yeah, you should divorce him, that's conditional love. So it's basically a if-then relationship.
Yeah.
And it's not, I love you no matter what, and we are in a covenant agreement, and my love for you is unconditional. It doesn't matter.
Your body is banging, Ma.
Exactly.
So I want to get married. I want to marry you.
And then when she have your kids, and she have 2 or 3 kids, and she looks like she's had 2 or 3 kids, and she gets a few tiger stripes and her belly stretches a little bit.
Then you go on to the next thing that's smoking, that's why it's conditional, because conditions can change.
Exactly.
And they will change. That's why you need something that's broader, something that covers.
Something that's superior.
That's lasting.
Yeah.
Instead of just having it with those other love descriptions, because they will change.
They will change. So I basically and she was just telling everybody how this doesn't matter or whatever. Only people that say that relationships and marriage are 2 different things is y'all just want to feel respected and things like that. So we're basically getting married to respect our relationship, to get respect for our relationship. And she also was in an open relationship, so I'm thinking obviously they're probably going to have an open marriage. So I don't know, and the way that she was saying it seemed like she was saying it like it was the only way that was going to work, like that's it, that's law. So, and then at the end she was just like, well, y'all leave y'all comments and let us know what your opinions are.
See, so not having a godly view of marriage, it distorts the whole meaning of marriage, because you're looking at it carnally, and marriage in itself is spiritual. It's the first institution that God created. So in the beginning it's more spiritual than natural.
That's true.
So you can't, when you're looking at it from a carnal or worldly point of view, you're gonna miss the whole reason to getting into marriage.
Yes.
It's gonna distort your whole view of marriage. Like, we're not giving it to you from you know, a philosophy of what we think marriage is. We're trying to give it to you more of a godly view of marriage, because he is the one who created it. Like, if your car break down, you got a Ford, you don't take it to the Hyundai manufacturer. No, you're gonna take it to a Ford manufacturer. So when you're trying to figure out how does marriage work, or how to be successful in marriage, you need to go to the creator of marriage, and not off he say, she say.
Or my mama said this, or my grandma told me don't do this, don't do that if you want your marriage to last.
Or she got 3, 4, 5 degrees, so let me listen to her. Like, no, they still wasn't the creator.
Let me tell y'all how I know. So, and I commented, and I was just like, okay, this is not all the way true. And y'all, I don't usually do this. Like, I hardly ever comment or anything like that. I usually would just be like, okay, you know, I gauge it, and I know how to speak to the people that come to me later. So, but this time it just kind of irritated me, because she does this kind of often, and it was a lot of people that were being led astray underneath while reading the comments. And so I commented and basically just said that this viewpoint is distorted, and please, anybody that is looking for what marriage should be, do not take what she says as law, because this is actually incorrect. This is like the worst reason to get married, and obviously she doesn't have a clear understanding of what marriage is. Marriage and relationships do not hold the same weight. They are not on the same wavelength. They do not mean the same thing. Sorry, I have this like light thing going on right here on my face. But for one, marriage is a covenant agreement between two people submitted under God's authority. And so if you don't, that you're not in a covenant with somebody that you're just in a relationship with, or somebody that you're courting, because you don't have anything tying you two together. So I was just like, nah, you off, sis. Like, you a little off. So she commented back to me, and since she is in psychology and she does know the 4 love languages, the 4 different types of loves and things like that, so I used agape. I was just like, you should only get married if you truly understand and believe in the principle of agape love. And she commented, y'all, and said, and keep in mind, like I said, she is a big YouTuber. She does not respond to like majority of her comments, especially if you're not within like the first 10 comments. She's not responding, like most don't. But she commented to me, and she said, first of all, I don't believe in agape unconditional love. I don't believe that you can love somebody and not expect behaviors and privileges to come about. And I was
okay,
just like,
so, and check this out. So
what?
God is love. So, and he's the creator of marriage. So if you coming in marriage without having that God love or that unconditional love for your spouse
or for yourself,
you're not going to succeed in marriage.
You're not. And so I simply told her, I was like, ding, ding, ding. There we go. Just answered my own thing for you.
Makes total sense.
It won't last. I said your marriage will be built on sand. It will blow away like in a second. And then you're going to be sitting here as a statistic with divorce. Or, my bad, she's in an open marriage. So you'll just probably go on to the next Joe, and your husband will care nothing about it.
And what is open marriage?
Open marriage for... Look, I'm not speaking for everybody, so do not come for me in the comments. Generally speaking, open marriage is when two people, they love each other and they're together, but they don't restrict the other person from going out and finding and talking to other people, because they may find somebody that's a better fit for them. And if they do, then that person that they're with is fine with them going off with that person. They don't want to restrict you from finding the person that's truly for you. And if you and that person are really truly for each other, then you'll know.
Okay, well, put it in biblical terms. Biblically speaking, that will be infidelity. Mm-hmm. And that can also cause adultery. So now you got the world point of view. And I'm going to give you through the lens of the Bible that will run into adultery.
Yep.
And that's a big no-no. That's real dangerous. And I just want to give y'all that point of view. You see how man viewing it is fine. Open marriage, cool. You can go out. We can be married, but you can go out, date who you want to date. When you get when you get bored with me, you could go out and mess with somebody else. But biblically, God don't like that. He don't agree with it because it's adultery, and you can't enter into God's kingdom being in adultery.
And God doesn't like that because most of us don't like that, and we're made in God's image. So if you're married to someone, you are not, for the majority of us anyway, you are not going to be okay with your husband. Like, Mike ain't about to go next door and talk to Paula.
It sound good on the surface though.
Yeah.
You telling me I can have my cake and eat it too?
Exactly. Mike be at Paula's house if he want to. Like, seriously. So no. I mean, for the majority of us, we don't like that, and we're made in God's image. And if we don't like that as human beings, that God doesn't like that as a creator.
Right.
So.
It's a set of standard God have, and man somewhere down is not even close.
Nothing.
So you got a human standard, human point of view, and you got a God standard and His point of view, and He's not with it. And I'm not. We're not speaking from, like I said, from our, from our philosophy or ideology. I'm saying from God's perspective, He's not with it. So you don't have to be confused, because I've been seeing people talking about they're confused. I'm like, so you either gonna listen to man, or you gonna listen to how, God's viewpoint on it. And obviously man will have you around here confused, but coming from the horse's mouth, he ain't with it.
So me and her, we dialogued a little bit, and I just basically let her know, and I think it's always important to let them know, I'm not trying to attack you, because I'm not. Obviously you lack understanding somewhere, and I'm not saying that I'm perfect and that I understand everything, but I do know that I understand that. And so but anyway, I did let her know that this is me coming to you out of love, and so I just want you to understand what you're truly getting yourself into, because regardless of what you think, you go and you stand before God, whom you don't really believe in. So I don't understand how people get married in front of God if you don't believe in God. How do you believe in the concept of marriage?
Like, what's the point of getting married?
If you don't believe in God, and marriage is a God institution. He created marriage. So how, if you don't believe in God, you believe in His institution?
What is the point of getting married? If I wasn't saved, there's no way I'd be married.
No, for what?
I just sleep around with women.
What?
That's it. What I'm getting married for.
So, anyway, so yeah, she basically told me that it was my opinion, which I'm like, it's not, truthfully, because if it was up to Tiana wouldn't tell you to get married and stick with this one person for the rest of your life, then, submit yourself under God's authority. Like, I wouldn't tell you to do that, because Tiana just, quite frankly, wouldn't care probably. But Tiana's saved, and Tiana's an ambassador for Christ, so, I mean, it's just the truth. It's not my opinion, it's the truth. So, if you go out and you do that, you can't say that you didn't know, because I just told you.
Man, so. and the reason why that also makes sense, because the script tells us that spiritual things are foolish to the carnal mind.
Hostile.
Are foolish or hostile to the carnal mind. So it's not surprising that someone in the world will see it like that.
Exactly.
It's not. You need to have the spirit in you, so you can see marriage as what it is, and you can see Christ in the church. Not just man and woman, but Christ and the church. That's the image that it should be portraying when you see a married couple.
Exactly. So I left it alone. I just want y'all to know that obviously she felt a little tormented by what I said, because, like I said, she has a channel with like millions of viewers, and she responded to my little old comment. Obviously, what I said, it tickled a little bush somewhere, because she responded to me. So I just thought that actually Mike thought that I should share that with y'all.
Yeah, to clear the airwaves, because people around here confused, and y'all need to know that type of lifestyle, open marriage, and you not even getting married with unconditional love. You're not even getting married with an unconditional love for that next person, that you won't make it too far.
Exactly.
You need a broader view, you need a broader perspective.
You need
of marriage. You need
to be taught.
You just need to be taught. You need a God love of marriage. And if you just going in just because you've been with this person since high school or whatever, you don't really have no purpose tied to it, y'all ain't gonna last, because them storms and that rain gonna come.
Or
if
you'll be married to this person that you can't stand. Y'all don't sleep in the same room. Y'all just living together because y'all been together so long. So, y'all, we gonna be there in a little bit.
Welcome to our world, muchacho.
Mujergando. Overweight, insomnia, hot flashes. Come on over to Creations Pharmacy where we will medicate you until your butt cheeks fall off.
Where you see that at? Oh wait, and so I was about to say, did you really just make all that up?
No.
Welcome to our world, muchacho.
Mujergando. Overweight, insomnia, hot flashes. Come on over to Creations Pharmacy where we will medicate you until your butt cheeks fall off.
Where you see that at? Oh wait, and so I was about to say, did you really just make all that up?
No.
When you get to your butt cheeks fall
No,
off.
I just made that part up. We will medicate you until your butt cheeks fall off. And then when your butt cheeks fall off, we have a surgeon that will reattach them for you.
Talk to God, son. If they asking how we gon' get it done, I found justice, I found hope, I found peace, I found joy, I found me. Oh, I'm for Lucille. Life is getting real. Got me in my feels. Appears don't pay no bills. They got the nerve to try to make it by the flag. How much more is that? Check the hashtag. Yeah, the Southside Cologne, my style ever since. The people who created college.
We going to a beach zone. Gotta get an umbrella. It's too hot out here. Mama, we gotta get you an outfit. So we are here in Destin, Florida. So pretty, y'all. Take a look for yourselves. So pretty. So we about to enjoy this water and this sun and this sand. I hate walking through it though, especially when it's so hot. But we'll keep y'all tuned in with us as we chill out in the sun. We out here eating. Eat.